Hey guys, Crewman here. So Karlsen finally took that dive we were all expecting it to take, right? Right? Well, let's take a look at the Karlsen hash. It went from its network high of 747 terahash, which was a far cry from I think I started mining it when it was about 21 terahash, 22 terahash, down to 657 terahash. So since it is not the most profitable GPU mineable coin by a mile anymore due to its price drop, where should/can we look to point our GPUs now? Let me preface this that I do not think Karlsen is dead. Far from it. If it survives this dip and the hash settles somewhere to where it matches the profitability of all of the other coins, I think that's a fantastic thing, as the more hash split around is on more GPU mineable coins is better for everybody involved. So let's take a look at the rest of the major GPU mineable coins and see what happened to the hash rate. I'll have timestamps for each coin in this video that I look at, so you guys can jump around if you want. Also remember that none of what I have to say is financial advice. If you copy my plan when I tell you at the end what my rigs are on, you might end up falling off a cliff just like me. In fact, I would probably bet on it. So this won't be taken into account price at all, because that could change on a dime, and I'm simply taking a look at hash rates of all the major GPU mineable algos and coins that I'm interested in. Remember, chasing price is a fool's errand right now, since everything is profitable, and if you chase hashrate.no's most profitable coin, you're just going to lose your hair and lose your mind in the process. I like to look at trends in hash rate, and I make my mind up on that, unless there is a can't miss coin like we had with Karlsen. So first, let's take a look at ERGO. This is one of the most surprising ones, since you can actually triple mine this with Karlsen and ZIL. That's what I did once Regal Miner released it. And in my opinion, it's a much better coin than any other option that was available to triple mine with Karlsen. The network hash rate has literally dropped to the pre-Ethereum merge. Yes, you heard me, pre-Ethereum merge hash rate. If we look right here at August 2022, August 2022, we were at 12.78 terahash. We are at 13.34 terahash. I don't understand how this is happening. I never stopped mining it, and I don't plan on stopping to mine it. You can literally triple mine ERGO with basically every good GPU mineable coin right now. How this has happened, I have no idea. And if you're asking me, as far as mining goes, ERGO is the can't miss mineable coin. Half of my farm is mining it right now. All right, so the next coins I want to look at are coins that you can mine with ERGO, because in my opinion, again, this is my opinion, triple mining is the way to go as long as your power rate is solid, and you are much better served triple mining because you increase your yield overall, and increasing your yield on more coins means more coins get hit when we get to the bull run, and it certainly looks like we are on our way up to that point right now. Obviously, this depends on your situation, so you have to do what makes the most sense for you. So the first coin I want to look at is Alephium. So we're at an all-time high of 104 terahash. We dropped a bit to 84 terahash. The network hash rate has gone down a little bit, but not much. Basically just all of last month's gain from the Karlsen jump. It might be worth jumping back into to take advantage of the dip. I know I have a few rigs on it myself, triple mining with ERGO and ZIL. Next, let's take a look at Radiant. I've mined quite a bit of this over the past year because we have had a steady decline in hash rate. And there's a halvening, as you can see here. It's actually right about 4 days before the Bitcoin halvening, so that'll be actually quite an interesting time. And the network continues to fall. We were at, from about a month ago, we were at about 102 terahash, and we are at about 48 terahash, so we've lost about half the network hash rate. This is a very, very, very solid choice to mine. Now, I know there are a lot more attractive choices to mine at this point, and ERGO and Radiant is like the old thing that we use to basically get us through the bear market. I know I mined quite a lot of ERGO and Radiant, and I do have one rig on it because I like it, and I don't want to give up mining it completely. And frankly, I might mine more of it, but I have quite a big bag of it, and that's probably the only reason why I don't have most of my farm on it. While it's not the most profitable right now, I think ERGO and Radiant, along with ZIL, is a very, very, very good choice to be mining right now. Another coin you can triple mine with ERGO is Ironfish, which just keeps on dumping as far as hash rate goes. I did a video on all the reasons you should mine Ironfish, and somehow, I guess a lot of people didn't mine it, or people are agreeing with me that you shouldn't follow my opinion because the hash rate seems to go down lower. It's probably because of the Karlsen bump. So I'm not going to really elaborate on Iron and why I think you should mine it. Go check out my video. I'll put a link to it down below. I put my 3080 rig, or I put my 8 card 3070 rig back on iron, and I upped the power to get more iron. It's definitely a spec play, and we'll see if it pays off, but I feel pretty comfortable mining it. All right, so let's move on to NEXA. NEXA. Good old NEXA. The hash rate has taken a dump. We hit about 17 terahash when the NEXA price went through the moon, and a lot of people started mining it. Then once Karlsen hit, we are down to 8 terahash. 8 terahash and falling. Do you guys understand? No, 7 terahash, I'm sorry, and falling. Do you guys understand what that means as far as NEXA block time goes? The NEXA block time will just keep getting smaller to even up with the hash rate. You can kind of just see where we are at kind of with block height and average block time. It just keeps going down, which means the profits are going to keep going up, and it takes a while to adjust the difficulty back up. So if you get in early, you're going to make quite a lot of profit. Now, you won't see this on hashrate.no yet because NEXA always lags, but I'm telling you guys, NEXA is a fantastic play to be mining right now. The project has made no secret that it would like to eventually ditch GPUs for ASICs. So this is one that you probably want to get a bigger bag of. I have about 35% of my farm, maybe 40%-ish, on NEXA right now. I think it is a phenomenal play, and I honestly might put some more onto it. As I hear myself talking, I'm kind of talking myself into it. Now let's take a look at Kapow. Kapow. I feel like Owen Wilson saying that. I'm going to look at Neurai, Clore, and Neoxa. The Kapow 3, as I'm going to call them. So let's start off with Neurai. So the Neurai hash rate from an all-time high of 5 terahash down to about 4.1 terahash, basically losing all of its gains when the price was going nuts. Neoxa seemed to lose all of its Fortnite and Counter-Strike 2 bumps. I'm going to try messing around with that in the future. It's kind of cool that you get crypto for playing games. So I'm definitely going to be looking into that in the future. And then Clore took a pretty big hit from 3.45 terahash down to 2.3 terahash, so about 33% of its network, but it's already started to go back up. So I'm personally mining Neurai instead of the other two with my AMD GPUs because Kapow is far and away the best algorithm to mine on your AMD GPUs, because I like the decreasing reward structure, the rapidly decreasing reward structure actually. So that is why I am on XNA. All right, guys. So hell must be frozen over because I am about to talk about Dynex in a non-negative way. I'm not going to bash it right now. We all know the issues that they've had, and with so many other attractive coins, and basically Dynex killing AMD, which was its cash king before, and they won't ever go back because I bet you most AMD miners like myself have seen the light in Kapow, and there's no reason to ever put your AMD GPUs on Dynex unless it's like Karlsen level profitability. And there's just too many good coins to justify Dynex. But that said, the all-time network hash rate of 2.39, I don't think it's gigahash, we're going to call it gigahash, has plummeted. It's lost 75% of its hash rate. We are down to 5.88 mega hash and falling. I don't even know how I'm properly saying this, but 75% of the hash rate is gone, guys. If there were ever a time to spec mine Dynex, like if you're a believer in Dynex, you are loving this right now, as you are just mining 75% more coins than you were 2 months ago. I hate to say this, but if there was ever a time to spec mine Dynex, because whether you believed in the project or you think it's complete gaga doo-doo like I basically do, you're getting a lot of yield right now, guys. It might not be the worst spec play in the world. And like I said, if you're a true believer of Dynex, you're living a prayer right now. This is the greatest thing ever for you. I know their miners continue to get better, and I know soon you can dual mine it, which it'll be worth looking into. And honestly, I'd be lying if I told you I wasn't keeping an eye on the network hash rate daily, and if I'm going to put a rig or two on it to spec mine. I can't believe I'm saying that, but look, I'm going to tell it like it is. That's what Cruteman does on this channel. Conflux. The hash just continues to go down. I like Conflux, but apparently most other people don't. I have one rig spec mining it with Ironfish, as it's just yielding fantastic amounts. And during the next bull cycle, it could go back up, and you just be thanking your lucky stars. I think if you were like me and you were benefiting from Karlsen like I did, I basically paid a little over 2 months worth of power with Karlsen profits in the last week and a half alone. I think that now is the time to start spec mining, especially as we see some hash go down. I have one rig on Conflux and Ironfish, like I have had before. And then finally, the last coin I'm going to go over, I don't really mine it. I know some people who love it, but Kiiro coin. It's gone down about 75% from 153 gigahash to 44 gigahash. Again, probably not the worst spec mining play either, if you believe in that sort of thing. Now, I'm not really going to talk about any ETH hash coins, as you shouldn't be mining them because ASICs just destroy them. And well, by now, if you're not mining ZIL, you're just making a mistake. And I'm going to take a video off to yell at people for not mining ZIL, but you should be mining ZIL on everything. There's no reason not to. And if you want to leave that free money on the table, by all means, just do it. You're making a mistake. All right, so as always, if I've missed any coins you guys are interested in the comments, let me know. There's a lot to follow, and I'm certainly not perfect. So this is also for entertainment purposes only. Let's look to see how many rigs I have online and what are they mining. As of right now, I have 16 NVIDIA rigs deployed and 2 AMD rigs deployed. So let's go over them. We've got 4 rigs on NEXA and ZIL. We've got 1 rig on straight Karlsen, as it's being weird and it's just easier to mine Karlsen instead of triple mining on it for now. We've got 1 rig on ERGO and RXD. We've got 3 rigs on ERGO and Alephium. Now remember, all of these are mining ZIL. None of them are just not mining ZIL, because you should mine ZIL. I've got 5 rigs on Karlsen and ERGO. I've got 2 rigs on XNA or Neurai, my AMD rigs. I've got 1 rig on Iron and Conflux. And then I've got a rig that is weird. It's got 3 different miners on it because my 90HX doesn't like to mine ZIL. It just keeps crashing, so I don't do it. So that one it's split. It's got 5 GPUs on it, my one-off rig. And 3 of them are mining XNA and 2 of them are mining NEXA / ZIL, with the exception of the 90HX, which is mining XNA and nothing else. All right, guys, so the biggest takeaway from this is you can see I've got about half of my farm on ERGO. I think ERGO is a fantastic play right now. The hash rate is just so low that it's impossible almost not to take advantage of it. Karlsen play is just because it's still very, very profitable, and I think it would be foolish not to mine it. Whether I sell or not, it just depends. You know, I've got to budget some things around. I just bought a bunch more hardware, and I'm really, really trying hard to balance getting a lot of buying a lot of things before the end of the year and before they get more expensive, with not overextending myself, which is the last thing you want to do. All right, so thank you for watching this video. It's a great time to be GPU mining, guys. There's just so many good choices, and it's awesome that we just had another GPU mineable coin pop up out of nowhere. Will it be the next Kaspa? Who knows? But right now, we're at about 747 terahash, which basically was the equivalent of Kaspa. You know, Kaspa started in August. Basically, 747 terahash didn't hit till the following April. So we've made incredible gains in Karlsen very, very fast. I hope it's sustainable, and I hope this thing doesn't burn out, because the more GPU mineable coins, the better, and it helps everybody. So again, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Crewman out.